Would be super interesting to do a YouTube video on very high priced toys that it's sold on eBay, because it's a really interesting topic. It's amazing what people will pay for certain things. So to start it out, I'm going to go with this Perfect 3A Toys 1/6 scale Doom Marine from the Doom video game. Sold for $1,929, which is pretty amazing for this item. I don't see a lot of 1/6 scale action figures or anything like that that sell for this much, so that's an awful lot. Next we have these World War II Battle for the Bulge Hot Toys figures, which sold for a lot. I know that Hot Toys figures do sell for a lot, so this isn't that surprising. But if you look at their detail, it's incredible. These things look lifelike. If you were to just see one standing by itself, you might think, hey, that's a real person, unless you looked really closely and then saw that it wasn't an actual person. Sold for $2,000. This item sold for just over $2,000. It's a Jazz Inc. Batmobile 1/6 from 2022. I believe I saw one of these at a toy store, and it's absolutely huge. It's a giant item, so I can see why it would sell for a lot, but still $2,000 seems like an awful lot of money. This is an actual signed Hot Toys Anakin Skywalker, so I think the signature probably brought the price up to the $2,300 that it is. From Japan, so that's a pretty cool item for collectors. This is a genuine, I'm not sure what that means, Pop Mart Skull Panda baby for $3,000, limited edition. I imagine it would have to be limited edition to sell for this much. But yeah, it's interesting looking, certainly. I don't know if I would pay $3,000 for it, but certainly someone did. This item is $3,500. It's a mutant vinyl hardcore berserker from Japan, Kaiju Sofubi. I saw a whole bunch of these for sale that had sold for a lot, so I guess they go for a lot to collectors. But wow, that is a lot of money for a little action figure. Next we have Dr. Doom, sculpted Marvel figure. I think this is non-posable, so it's just one still statue. $3,500. That is a lot of money for that statue. So somebody made a lot, and somebody has something they wanted really badly, apparently. This item sold for over $5,000. It's a 34 centimeter, so that's about 17 inches. So this would probably be about 1/5 scale or so. It's Resident Evil Ada Wong. I remember playing Resident Evil 4 recently, and she was a part of that PVC figure. But wow, $5,000 for that. That seems like a lot. This is a 1927 American National Ridgefield oil truck. $6,400. It says it's 28 inches long, which is over 2 feet. So that's really quite a large, I'm thinking, die-cast vehicle for $6,400. This is a 114 metal hydraulic RC vehicle. And it's 114, so slightly larger than 118. So that would be a very large vehicle. I'm guessing that vehicle is probably about 2 feet long and RC, so I guess the RC enthusiasts were willing to pay $6,451.69 for it. This is a wind-up Lucky Golden Fish, which somebody paid $6,500 for. I don't know if I'd pay $6,500 for a fish. Whether or not I'm not exactly sure what it does when you wind it up. I'm assuming it probably flips and flops like an actual fish. But anyway, somebody paid $6,500 for it. Next we have a Bandai remote-controlled 1974 Mecha Godzilla. For some reason, Godzillas can sell for quite a lot of money, so this isn't a huge surprise to me. But it is still a lot of money, $6,800. This is Lego. I'll show you a few more Legos to come, but they're mostly minifigures, but this is an actual Lego set. And it's, it says that it's signed, so that might drag up the price. I'm not sure who it's signed by. And of course, limited edition, so there's only a certain number of them. There's 43 of them. But $7,000, that is a good amount of money for Legos. Next, we have Mr. Gold. Mr. Gold is fairly well known in the Lego community. I believe he came in mystery packs, if I'm not mistaken, and that you could actually feel the mystery pack, and certain people could feel which figure was inside, and occasionally find one of these, and if you did, you get a whopping $7,500 for it. and it's 42 of 5,000 it says, so it's a limited edition obviously, which is what makes it so valuable. They paid $7,500 for it. These are Matchbox car collections. Looks like they're the Lenzies. Those are the fairly collectible ones from the, I believe, 60s and 70s. Somebody paid $8,500 for this collection. This right here is a Poppy Parker Premiere 2012, and it's from a convention, which makes it more valuable because those are obviously limited edition. Somebody paid $9,100 for it, which is amazing. These are giant Ace Hardware die-cast vehicles for $10,000. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for these. I swear that I may have seen something like this somewhere, and I'll know that it's valuable the next time I do see it. This item is an Amiibo Super Mario, which is strange to me because I thought these were fairly common. I've seen Amiibo around all the time, and I don't know why this particular one is worth almost $10,000. There must be something special about it. This is a Meow Meow blind box with a plush in it, 6-inch plush. Somebody paid $10K for it. And that is a lot to pay for a plush. I see plushes all the time, so I'm not sure what made this plush special. This is an LPS bat for a particular buyer for $10K. He looks like a lot of fun. I don't know if he's $10,000 worth of fun. This one was interesting. It says Narrator Bathwater Mischief Toys. I don't know if that's like an OnlyFans thing or something, but supposedly someone paid $10K for it. I did want to mention that there's this theory about money laundering through eBay, but I read this interesting article that it wouldn't really work because the fees are so high that your person who you're money laundering with would only make like 80% of the price that you're selling something for. So that theory is fairly well debunked. Next we have a Bionicle head. These are very valuable. I know that one was turned into Goodwill and they sold it online on goodwill.com, and it sold for something like $16,000. Just Goodwill makes billions of dollars. They made several billion a couple years ago. It's run like a business where they have the little places where you can drop stuff off in the ritzy neighborhoods, so they get all the ritzy people's stuff that they don't want. They're pretty clever. Next we have Black Panther, but he's white, so that's interesting. $10,000. I'm not sure why this is such a rare figure. I know that the Marvel Legends figures are mass produced, so I'm not sure why the Black Panther would be rare. This here is a Mega Construx Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull for $10,000. I wouldn't have guessed this thing was worth $10,000 because things like this are usually mass produced. That's the only way that the company can make a profit off them, is to sell a ton of them. So I don't know why this would be rare. It's a mystery. This next one is the Dino Ranch Clubhouse, which sold for $10K. It's just a little toy. Looks like kids' toy. Looks like for ages 4+. So I don't know why on earth this would sell for $10,000. But if anybody has any ideas, please post them in the comments. This is Mega Halo. I don't know why this would sell for $10,000 because Mega Halo is common. I see it all the time at the thrift stores. Sold for $10K though, so there must be something special about it. This next item I thought was funny. This guy, I like the way he looks. He's a driving ornament hot rodding rat Fink for $10,000. Excuse me, $9,999. But he is very interesting looking. Certainly not very pleasant looking though. This is a cool friction Chevy Super Sport vehicle, 1966. I don't know what the scale is. It doesn't say what the scale is, but it sold for $10,000. It could be 124 or 118 or something like that. But why would it sell for so much? I see a lot of these like Burago and Maisto make stuff like this, so I'm not sure why this particular one's worth a lot. It could be vintage. It might have been built in 1966, but it's hard to say. This one's sideways, but it's a little plush. that was for my buddy, it says. Sold for $10K. Wow, $10K for a plush. That is quite interesting. Next, we have the Lego Ninjago 9456 Spinner Battle. 100% complete from 2012, sold for $10,000. I'll keep my eye out for that at the thrift store and see if I can find one to sell for $10,000. That would be cool. Kind of what I'm always on the lookout for at thrift stores is stuff that I can sell for a lot. This is a pretty well-known Lego Star Wars Cloud City retired, and the Boba Fett from it actually by itself fetches $5,000. So even though I think it's outrageous, the fact that it fetches almost $10,000 isn't a surprise at all to me. Next, we have another Lego set that's sold for $10,000. Doesn't look particularly special to me, but I'm no Lego expert, so it could have some kind of special item in there or something that's particularly rare or valuable. Next, we have these fun little Batman keychains that are awesome. I don't know if they're $10,000 awesome, but they're really awesome. I especially like the purple, the pink and purple, pink and fuchsia Batman. He's awesome. He's yassified, as they say. Now we have a lot of Lego figures. 3 figures sold for $10,000. I think one of them, at least one of them, is Princess Leia from Endor. But I didn't know that she's worth a particularly large amount. That is a surprise to me. This is Lego Minecraft. I see Lego Minecraft all the time, so I didn't know that it was worth $10,000. It seems to me to not even sell. When I tried to sell it on eBay, I couldn't even get anybody to buy it. So the fact that this sold for $10,000 is really a surprise to me. Next, we have another lot. This is Lord of the Rings Lego action minifigures. $10,000. Seems like an awful lot for 6 figures and some horses, but what do I know? This is another Lego house. I built Lego houses and they sell for like 14 to 16 bucks. I don't know how this person got $10,000 for it. $10,000. That is incredible. Next we have it says uber rare Lego Star Wars New York with Yoda. This US Times Square, so this probably is a special edition, I'm assuming. Snail Shell 17, the Girl in the Box Beauty Works painted figure. $10,000. That's seems like a lot to pay for that, but 17, that's pretty big, so that's probably about 10 inches tall or so it would be a big figure. Probably some kind of really rare manga anime figure. These are potted plush plants, which is interesting. For $10,000, you can get some plush plants. Don't really know what to say about this. Next, we have a Sea of Thieves Captain Flameheart for $10,000. One time I found some action figures at Goodwill that I did sell 2 in the box. It was for a video game, but I can't remember the name of the video game, for $700. And to me, that was a fortune. So to sell these for $10K would just be out of this world. This is a 1/6 scale, so pretty large. Henglong, full metal tiger tank. I would guess that this thing's probably around 2, maybe a little over 2 feet long, and it's $10,000, over $10,000. That's quite a nice deal on that tank for the seller anyway. This is a cool little Battle of the Alamo diorama from Texas, 1/72 scale. I'd probably add some little military helicopters to it or something, even though that wouldn't be historically correct. Try to save Davy Crockett. That sold for $10,300. This is Wizards of the Coast Pokemon uncut card sheet. I imagine those uncut card sheets are valuable. Sold for $10,600, which is a lot. This is Littlest Pet Shop, sold for over $10,000, and that was bids. Oh, excuse me, or best offer. Wow. So those little guys, I guess, are worth a lot. I've seen them around all the time. I don't know if specific ones are the ones that are valuable, but certainly this sold for a lot. This is Mega Bloks, another Mega Bloks. Amazing Spider-Man, Rhino versus Spider-Man, sold for $11,000. Jeez. I guess I should have bought that when it came out, back in whatever year it came out. Maybe like the 2010s or something. Ah, yes, the DeLorean, Back to the Future DeLorean. It's crazy that it sold for almost $12,000. I was at this cool little action figure museum in Oklahoma, and they had one of these. I believe it was the same. It was the same scale, so it was probably the same vehicle. But I didn't realize they were that valuable. This right here is a Lego Spider-Man from the Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. So obviously that's going to be super rare. This right here I thought was cool. It's a G1 Transformers. And it looks like it's straight from Japan, so it probably was one of the earlier Transformers. But it sold for $50,000 in its package. It could be one of a kind. There could be no others like this out there at all. Just totally one of a kind. But that's pretty cool. This right here, I don't really understand. It looks like it's some kind of decal sheet. T-Rex decal sheet for something. Helicopter? I have no idea what this is. But whatever it is, it sold for $50K, which is insane. I don't know what any of this means. This is McDonald's Grimace Egg with card and code unused. I don't know what you use the code for, or if you use it for getting... Maybe it gives you infinite McDonald's or something. But it sold for $99,999. One bid. And they get free delivery, which is nice. That is just amazing. If anybody knows why this sold for so much, please let me know. And then lastly, we've got this Hot Wheels 25th anniversary commemorative paddy wagon, Red Line, from 1993. So it's not even the original Red Line. It sold for $220,000. That is just amazing. Well, you all keep your eyes out at the thrift stores, and if you find any of these things, pick them up and put them on eBay, because it looks like you're going to get a fortune for them. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe.